Captain's Log. Our first days at sea were spent on more trade, which proved to be as difficult as when we had nothing but horses and simple peasants at our sides. With a small emergency fund to fall back on, we can finally begin to fulfill my ambitions of conquering Calradia and spreading the Yelling name. Our first targets are the pirates the locals call Sea Raiders. They use similar tactics in battle as I was taught back home, which makes them easy to pick off. When the histories are written, it will be said today was the start of the Age of the Northmen. Skull. So here we are back in our story, and it has been a while, I think about 2 years, and as it turns out, trading through sailing is a little bit difficult. I don't know if it's just me, but I went all over the place to try to break a profit. We finally have 14,000 gold, which I figured is probably enough just because what we're going to be doing now is getting into fights, and hopefully we can make enough of an earning on that. So we are currently in our first sea battle with some Sea Raiders. There's only 29 of them, so this should be an easy fight just to get acquainted with the boating. Let's go ahead and check out our characters here. And we do have a Shipmaster perk, so we're going to go ahead and take that. Master Angler, 25% chance per hour of campaign time to catch fish. That could be useful, however, not really something, I guess it's saying plus 25% chance, so does that mean that you already catch fish while sailing? I haven't really noticed that. And then the other one is 2% to travel speed at sea. We're definitely taking that. And then Ghost Ship, 20% fewer troops lost when running a blockade, and 20% chance to avoid leaving ships behind while escaping engagements. The fewer troops lost when running a blockade. So does that mean when you're the one who's doing the blockade? Probably, yes. 20% chance to avoid leaving ships behind. Oh, okay, so this is just when you're just escaping. And then plus 20%, yeah, that's a governor skill. We don't care about that. Wind Rider, minus 50% to deck movement penalty. That seems very good. Minus 50% to deck movement penalty for the crew as well. That seems like what we're going to take. And then Boatswain, minus 30% to cost of ship upgrades. That is probably going to be pretty good in time. However, because of the fact that we are going to be using these smaller ships, and from what I understand, the lower the seaworthiness and just the smaller the vessel in general, the more ships get damaged when you are, when you're in deep water, basically. So I think we're going to be doing a lot of ship repair compared to a lot of ship upgrades. So I think this one is probably stronger for us. It's very, very close, though. It could really go either way. I think we're going to go for the ship repair cost, and this may be a mistake, but hopefully it will save us the most money in the long run. Now, we do have a focus point as well. I think we're actually going to go for Mariner. What I understand is that this naval battle combat penalty, this actually has a lot of effect, from what I understand. So I think Mariner is actually probably going to be super important for us, fighting on the water constantly. And then Carrie, she has a focus point. We will go ahead and put that into medicine, or maybe we'll give her some more athletics. No, I think we're going to go for the medicine because we are getting to the point where she is probably not too far away, a couple of years maybe, from becoming a party leader for us. And then Shipmaster, we will just give her... I mean, it's not really going to matter, but we'll just give her the old Salt Touch as well. And then Thorkel, he basically has the same one. We'll just do the same thing. And as for his perk point, Athletics, perfect. Okay, so let's attack these Sea Raiders and see how this fight goes. And okay, so we do still have the formation menu in kind of the same sorts of a way. But now it's ships. So we are going to be captaining the Hullbiter. I think that's probably good. And as for Wavebreaker, we will put Carrie. And are you able to do like secondary? It doesn't look like it. So what does he... Okay, so there is only captains. Okay. Preference. These are the troop preferences. Okay. We'll just leave all that at default, I suppose. And let's go in. So I have captained the ship a couple of times, and kind of save scrubbed and things like that, just to know what's going on. Are they going by themselves, or do I have to give them orders first? Yes.
Infantry!
Nope, not what I meant to do at all. Two? Okay, I did not actually do this part. We just have them skirmish? Yeah. Are they going now? Yes, they are. Okay, and from what I understand, you can actually turn a little bit better when you're going backwards. Kind of. Okay, yeah, it does seem that's the case. And then we're not going to use this the sail. However, you can do that and get some more speed. Are we at max oars? Yes, we are. Okay. We're just going to go with this. And we're going to see if we can board on the first try. That was kind of the difficulty for me the first time. Is actually boarding properly. Because you have to really get up right next to them and basically park almost right next to them. And it looks like our ally is going for the same ship we are. And they're actually going to crash into us. What are they doing? Okay, so now we're going to attempt boarding. And it looks like they're probably doing the same. I really don't know what our ally is doing here at all. They're actually being kind of annoying. Every time I push forward, they're actually just following. Is that what I have them set to? Engage. Maybe if we just hit engage on them. Maybe that will work. Okay. I was just doing the F1, F3 method, and I thought that would work. I don't know why we're having some issues here, actually. Maybe we should try to board the other one. Yeah, that's not doing it all. Okay, here we go. I think we're starting to throw the nets, or the ropes, or whatever you call them. Yeah, there we go. Right? No. Okay, there. Surely we should be going on. Yes, okay. Perfect. So now what we're going to do, we're actually going to have our people follow me, because I don't want them to get bottlenecked here onto the rope ladder thing. Where is it anyways? That's right here. Keep your shields out, guys. Hoping we can bait them to come forward, but they're not actually listening. We're not listening, but they're not taking the bait. So I guess we do kind of have to rush them. I was kind of hoping that we could get them to come onto our ship. Maybe I'll have to play with that a little bit more. Just rush their ship, I suppose. Let's see if we can do a little bit of damage here. Looks like our allies must have taken care of that other ship, because they have just collapsed in numbers. Alright, so this has been a little bit of a boring fight, just simply because I was messing around with all the mechanics first. I only spent about 3 seconds piloting the ship when I was save scrubbing. Let's get over to our side. Do we even need to worry about that? I don't really know. I know that if you're in the middle of a fight and you leave your people behind on the ship, on the enemy ship, and then you drive away, they will actually fall into the water and they can actually drown doing that. So anyways, that was a little bit of a testing ground. Didn't work out perfectly, however, we did get a bunch of upgrades, so that works out. We're gonna take this is the line that goes to the Sky Gods. Yes, it is. We're gonna take one of those and just upgrade everybody else. We have an Azurai. We're gonna get rid of these Azurais, I think. Actually, we'll just hold on to them for now. And over our troop limit, yes. I actually do know that. That's fine. And we finally got a little bit better equipment, it looks like. We still have this really bad spear. Yeah, okay. Looking good. Now we can actually take one of their ships. Perfect, okay. Do we want it? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same type as what we're already using. So there we go. We have a third ship now for 0 gold. I don't know why it tells me I'm going to pay 0 gold in a looting phase, but okay. Let's go to Grettisfjord, and we're going to actually probably do this tournament. Look at that. Look at the repair cost. So all I did was I sailed over from Balgard. And that was... well, I guess it was 20% to our ships, but it's that red planet, actually, that's doing the most damage. Is it worth repairing right now? That's my question. Well, we are up to now 96 troop capacity. Okay, that's good to know. Maybe it is worth it then. We'll just do it. And we can look at the trade. We'll go ahead and sell off all of this gear. I guess we got a whole bunch of little goods to sell as well. Sell these harpoons. Actually, I might even want those harpoons. We're gonna take those. And that's 2,500 just like that. And we'll sell this beer as well. Okay, good. Now let's go to the town center. Go to the arena and do this tournament. Okay, here we are, and they gave us a spear that I don't really want to use.
Die, you bastards!
Perfect. Yeah, turn your back to me. That's perfect. And I'm sad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, that wasn't good. Unfortunately, our teammates did not really do anything helpful there, so that's just how it goes sometimes. Either way, we are now going to, I think, just leave here. Oh, whoops. Leave through the port, though. Set sail. Okay, we are a little disorganized. We're going to be doing a lot of fighting on ships, trying to get the renown that we need to become a mercenary, and then I think we're going to spend some time as a Nordic mercenary, but I don't think we're going to actually build our kingdom while as a Nord. I think we might go ahead and take... I'm thinking this would be a nice location over here, so we may end up having to fight the Nords. Do a little bit of treason, and then we'll set up over there, because I think this will be basically impossible for anybody to take from us if we have the right amount of soldiers and everything to actually hold it. They'll have a lot of trouble. Like, Vlandia, I think, is the main one that will probably go for this. And we can basically just defend from the sea. I know that they have blockades and stuff, so we can attack their blockades in that way. And I think that's what's going to be the longer-term plan. But as I was mentioning in the last episode, when you disembark, you are unable to really go and recruit, because you are going to be over your land troop capacity a lot of times, at least in this earlier stage, because you have the higher ship troop capacity, so it's pretty much impossible to actually hit that ship troop capacity until you bump up your steward skill because of that, because yeah, you would have to level up your steward in order to actually hold the amount of troops that your ships hold. So what I did was I made a small little mod, just a little mod, and it's just like this. It's just the fleet management panel here, and you can actually leave behind your entire ship crew if you want to, none of your crew, or a part of your crew. So that is in the mod list that is available on the Discord if you would like to join there. And basically it just works like this. So I put in 30, and we're going to disembark. And look at that, we only have 27 of our soldiers, and the rest of them are left behind on the fleet here. And when we go back to the fleet, there we go. They're all back. So that'll make it easier. This way we can disembark, go and hire a little bit more soldiers, and not be dealing with desertion on the land. I feel like this should be a thing that's just in the base game, because otherwise you get the ships and then all of a sudden you're kind of roped into having less soldiers than you really expected to have with your ships. So that's, you know, of course the alternative is to just make sure that you get your stewardship up before you actually buy ships, but of course we wanted to speedrun that aspect. So anyways, we are going to basically get into some more fights, and I will let you guys know when we are at the next one. So here we are with our second battle, and this took a while to find, actually. I don't know if there is just actually a very low amount of sea raiders, or maybe it's just this area. I think we're going to try and go inwards, maybe into the Varnova pool, little sea here. Maybe go into there and see if there's any more pirates. Or maybe we should just go over to Vlandia territory, because it'll be pretty easy to get back to Hvalvik, and then we can hopefully still join as a mercenary a little more quickly. We'll just try both. The sea's right here, so that's where we're going to go next, I think. So let's check out our upgrades here, and we have a leadership one, and we are just going to go with the combat tips, and we will go with 25% melee weapon handling It just says 25% melee weapon handling. It does not say that this is only on ships. If that's true, that is huge. 30% loot from defeated merchant convoys. We're not going to be doing too much of that, I don't think. Minus 30% accuracy penalty from ship roll. Ship roll. What's a ship roll? Yeah, I'm not really too sure what that is. Maybe it's talking about ballistas? I'm not really too sure. I think the 25% melee weapon handling is going to be the best for us, though. Because we are going to be doing a lot of fighting on ships. So let's go ahead. Thorkel, he will go minus 15% armor weight, I think, is going to be the best for him. And we will also give him another riding skill point, even though he is not really using riding yet. So let's go ahead and jump into this battle. We are losing money with how long it is taking to find sea raiders, which is a little bit of a problem as well. Let's go ahead and put the red planet in, and Thorkel can go ahead. I guess it might be good to give him some mariner skill then. Just something to think about. Let's go ahead and go in, and we're going to have them engage. We're going to have them engage as well. And we can just go ahead and rush in. Okay, we're pulling our sails. I think we might have actually done it a bit late here because we have a lot of speed. That might be an issue with boarding here. We're going to see. Hopefully it will let us. Actually seems to be working out okay. There we go. Okay, so you guys follow me, and let's hope we can get them to actually come to our side at this time. It's not looking too great. Okay. Some javelins at them at least. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to stand there and use all their thrown weapons, which is honestly fine. My hope is to not get us into this little funnel here, which would actually be really bad, and I think we'll just end up getting us killed. Let's see if we can kill this guy right here. Perfect. Okay, let's make sure everybody gets off of their ship there. Okay. Is that all of them? Come on, guys, get back onto the boat. Come on. I don't want to risk any of them falling into the water. Okay, now how do we... Oh, I don't actually remember how to, how do we cut loose? I'm actually not sure. Oh, I think I just saw it. Do I have to do this individually, or can they do it?
Get off the way!
Okay, they're helping. Okay. Did that... No, 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 no. What are you doing? Don't... Idiot. Just fell in the water. Alright, did we detach completely? It looks like we did. Yeah, this is definitely a learning experience, I will say. Let's see, can we just do the backup method to return? It's not really working. Okay, there we go. It's actually kind of working. Yeah, look at that. You turn a lot quicker when you're going backwards. I don't even know what they're doing. Are they fighting at all? Is one of our ships totally empty? Oh no. I hope they're not drowning themselves. Oh. Board. I don't know if we're going to be able to since our ship is in the way here. Yeah. Okay, well it looks like they've got it covered all the same. Still a lot of work to do for my part on controlling ships, I will have to say, but there it is. 6.7 renown we'll take. Upgrade some of these troops. We actually have a pretty fair amount of bowmen, 7 of them already, which is good. I think bows are going to be pretty good on the water here, and got a little bit more equipment. These guys not so much. Okay. Now how are we actually looking? Wow, we can actually loot 3 ships? How many can you actually take into battle? I don't actually know. Is there a max that you can just have in your fleet at a given time? I have no idea about that either. But look at this. A bunch of ships. Can you sell ships? I'm not too sure. either way, that's more ships we'll take. And we're not going to go to Sibir. We're going to try to get back over, I guess, to... Well, no, like I said, we're going to go ahead and probably go into Omar for the moment, repair our ships, and try to see if there are any more Sea Raiders that way. Now, here we are at Omar, and look at the repair cost here, 6,200. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to actually do that. We might have to just sell some of these ships so they don't end up getting destroyed. Look at all that. We're going to sell some of this fish as well. Yeah, we'll keep about that many. And sell all of this that we don't need. Okay, we got 8,000 back for just that one fight, really. That's enough to repair all these ships, but I don't know. Maybe we should see if we can't sell. Yes, we can. Okay. So we want to keep, for sure, our wave breaker and our hull biter. Outside of that, though, there is this regular longship, and I don't know if we really want it. It's a little slower. The draft is shallow, and the shallow is kind of important because we are not going to be doing too much running around in the deep water for right now. It is more seaworthy, of course, and it has better cargo capacity, but we're just pretty much going for straight up fighting capacity. We're going to sell that. And Ark of the Gal is looking like another option to sell just because it's about to be destroyed. So we'll sell that as well. And we'll keep the Iron Owl for now. We can actually repair that pretty easily now. Look at that, though. Just like that. 11,000. We're up to 30 almost. We're going to repair the rest of our ships. And we're going to set sail. And we do need troops. We actually lost quite a few in the last battle. Well, let's see if we can't find any pirates in this area first. Okay, we found 30 more Sea Raiders. They're probably going to do some substantial damage to us considering. But let's go ahead and check our characters. We have a Mariner point. 50% kicking and bashing damage. Wow, okay. 50% melee knockback dealt by the crew. Ooh, that could actually be pretty useful. 30% shield hit points or 30% damage to shields. Ooh, wow, these are... I think we're going to go with the shield. Yeah, you really want to make good use of shields, I feel like, with the way that you get into those funnel situations. You really want to have the shields. And then carry. Medicine, perfect. We'll give her definitely the preventative. Because 30% recovery of lost hit points after each battle. It's only for her, but it's still pretty good. And then the bonus to her actual health. And we will give her... It may be time to give her a Mariner skill point as well, because she is captaining one of our ships. So we'll do that. And we do have 4 ships, so we don't have somebody to actually captain the other one. We will want to figure that out in time. But let's go ahead and jump into our next battle. And yeah, we do have this, but we're not going to make use of it. We can't even put anybody on it, so let's go ahead.
Hear me!
And engage. And we are going to need to bring out our signals for a minute. Okay, so I kind of overshot because I was messing with the free camera, but that's okay. We'll just back up a little bit. We should still be able to capture them relatively easily. It's just the turning. There we go. Okay. Looks like our allies are already in a fight. There is that one longship that is, it's kind of situated right in the middle. They're probably doing some archery, actually. Oh, you guys need to follow me. Stay over here, please. Oh, actually, we can rush them. We can definitely rush them. Back in our boat. Come on. They do not really listen very well, do they? They're all on. Look at this. Wow, that is actually really cool. Just all of our ships are kind of cluttered together. Okay, so I guess they don't just cut us free themselves. Is that wait? Is it? What the heck? The battle's over. What's this guy doing here? That's really weird. That must be a bug or something. I guess we're gonna have to take some sturgeons with us now. And we're gonna need to sell off these prisoners as well. Now let's take a look. Look at this. We are actually, wow, this is actually crazy how expensive of gear that these Sea Raiders end up having. This seems a little, maybe slightly imbalanced. I shouldn't even have bothered trading before the episode because we are fine on money now. We're actually doing amazingly on money. So let's get over. We're going to go to Argoron and then sell this stuff. And we're going to have a lot of money at that point. And we still have quite a way to go before we can even become a mercenary. So it may just be that we don't even need to bother with the mercenary because we're making so much money without it. Well, let's go ahead. We didn't get any ships that time. Let's go ahead and trade. And we're just going to sell everything. We need some food. Probably. Let's see. Yeah, we need a little bit of food. We're just going to sell all this. We'll just go with some food variety, though. And we're going to sell all of these weapons. Sell the harpoons. Sell that. We can even start to sell some Sumpter horses. I don't think we really need this many. I just bought them for trading purposes. So that's another 5,000 right there. I thought it would be a little bit more. 5,000 isn't too amazing, but, you know, nothing to really, you know, sneeze at either. Because that's free. That's one fight versus 30 soldiers. We need to get back up to our home and do some more recruiting. So we're going to go that way now. I don't know if I want to go around. Maybe I'll just go right through because there is some deep water here, but it's not anything too terrible. Yeah. So this is just a sea. So, okay, there we go. So that only lost us 1% on our ships. So we're going to get back home. We have another level up, and it's on Shipmaster. 50% to night spotting range penalty on campaign map. 5 fish per day. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. 3% to coastal movement speed penalty. Okay, I like that. And 10% to chance of capturing enemy troops as prisoners. Yeah, we'll definitely take both of those. And as for our focus point, we're going to go for Boatswain and Carrie. She has a one-handed, and we'll give her the handling on one-handed weapons. And that's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead. Oh yes, we do need to sell those prisoners. I will eventually remember to do that. Okay, now I did get chased by some Sea Raiders on the way over here to Balgard. I am picking up a little bit more food variety, and that should increase our party morale just a tiny little bit, not too much, of course. But yes, there was about 90 Sea Raiders right over here that ended up chasing me down into Balgard region here. But we're going to go ahead and go this way, and we will try to go back for them when we have a little bit more soldiers. So we're going to go ahead. We need to make sure that our crew amount is set here. 25 looks good. And we'll go ahead and go over here to Laxoff. And we got ourselves the apples from heaven. We'll just take the party morale, I suppose, and go recruit some troops. And we want all of these guys. I'll just take all of them, even the level ones, and get back onto our ships. I wish they would fix the hitbox. That seems a little small. Oh, look at that. How many? Oh, there's another party under there, isn't there? Yes. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to get into a fight with 90 at the moment. And we'll recruit all these guys. And let's see, we have 72 now. We need a little bit more. A little bit more. Now, unfortunately, Scarthness is actually still Sturgeon, which is rather annoying. So we can't really hire anybody from there. I could leave more troops behind and go over to Trovrag. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we'll go ahead, the entire crew. Now, one thing about that mod is that it is a little bit of a cheat because at the moment I don't have it set. We do need to bring some. There's some bandits right there. It's a little bit of a cheat though because you don't pay any wages or let's see, we'll 40, I suppose. Oh, 40. But yes, basically, you don't pay any of the wages or feed your troops while they are on your fleet. So as you can see, we are only paying 200 now in party wages. So it is a little bit of a cheat, but you know, for what we get out of it, look at that, more sturgeons. For what we get out of it, though, I think it's fine. Wow, look at that. Crusades are really invading this territory. We might have to just start going with non-Nords, and I guess if we're going non-Nords, we have to go with some sturgeons, even though, personally, I think sturgeons are pretty terrible units, but we'll go with it. And we'll go back to Scarthness and pick up their troops. Okay, so we have 79. I would like to get a little bit more. We'll go back over to a Guilting and see if they respawned. Looks like they did, okay. And Laxahoff again. Okay, so we should have a good number now. It's under the dock. Okay, 90. And we can hold 128. So that's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and use the steward perk point. 1 extra food for each food taken. I mean, we might do some raiding, so this could be okay, but I mean, by that point, I don't think we're going to be needing food. Troop wages in your party decreased while in an army. Paid and promised 25% companion wages and recruitment fees. Discarded armors, yeah, this is basically the one we want just for that. So we'll go ahead and see if we can't find those Sea Raiders that we had before. Look at that. Bulgard is actually being sieged. They got taken by the Nords. Let's see who this is. Doesn't even actually show you. Oh, wow, look at that. That is a huge army. 1,500? Wow. That's amazing. Okay, I've searched around a little bit, and I am having some struggles finding Sea Raiders again. We could go, like I said, over to Vlandia territory, but I think that's going very, very far away, and I don't really want to be too far away from the Nords. I want to be able to join them as a mercenary, and I think we'll still do that. But once we become a mercenary, we can definitely go around and maybe do some village raiding and things like that, and just kind of give everybody a hard time. But we will go ahead. I think we might disembark to start next episode and maybe just get some renown on some bandits, because that will be a lot easier to do than... It just seems like we have to go all over the place to find raiders right now, which is just... Maybe the game needs to just develop a little bit and then there will be more of them or something like that. But either way, that is going to be it for this episode. We will start off the next episode with some fights for sure, and probably do a whole lot more of them compared to this episode. But either way, we got some initial naval battles going, and they were actually very, very fun. I am already enjoying this, and we only have light longships so far. I can only imagine when we get a real fleet, you know, of some heavier ships. But yes, we have 90 soldiers right now. We can hold 128. We are having no problem taking out these Sea Raiders and getting the ships, which has definitely been nice for money. But otherwise, that is going to be it for this episode. So, as always, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.